where he brought people into his office, for want of a better expression, so they could be his mistress, because he's running a shall we say, extramarital affairs, not with one person, but with several. He's quite flexible. Now, when you've got a police commissioner who can't even look after his own personal affairs, you can imagine what's going on in the police service. Then I look at Khwanazi, and I looked at the links between Khwanazi and Masemola. And that took me back to 2012.
You definitely cannot make this up, because South Africa is a horror movie, a thriller, a comedy, all in one. This is Paul O'Sullivan with a straight face telling us that Masemola is having affairs because he's very flexible. And those affairs, it's not just one person that he's having an affair with, multiple affairs, because he's flexible. And he goes into that story. Listen, he doesn't use the word allegedly, so I'm just going to assume he has evidence to back up what he's saying. This is the reaction to what he said. Actually, I was quite shocked. I was like, whoa, wait, what? Why does it feel like we're searching for mud? I don't know. I cannot be in a position to defend Masemola, because I don't know. Okay, I haven't heard these rumors, or should I say factual detail, with regards to these alleged affairs, because technically we'd need to know names, who, what, when, and how. But we are not there. We know Paul O'Sullivan has been gunning for Masemola and Khwanazi since the LV bag situation, okay, the Louis Vuitton bag. But let's continue listening on, because I want us to hear him actually tell this um, affairs business that he talks about when it comes to Masemola, Fannie Masemola. Let's get into it.
Louis Vuitton bag each for their wives. Did they give the bags to their wives, or did they give them to their girlfriends? Where are those bags today? Those are the sort of questions that we have to ask. But we go a bit further than that, because you've now got people like Masemola making lateral appointments into his office and then promoting the people, lateral appointments at the rank of brigadier, then promoting them to major general for no other reason than he wants to sleep with them.
Mr. Paul O'Sullivan is not letting it rest, so that is how he details how Fannie Masemola does some lateral promotions. So you arrive in his office as a brigadier, and after, a few hanky-panky, as he calls it, then they are promoted to major generals. And this has happened more than once. I don't know if it's concurrently, sequentially, factual, proven, but Paul O'Sullivan says so. And I don't know how far true that is. We can only wait for the commission of inquiry, for all his evidence done to come out, because again, I highlight, he does not say allegedly. Do you think he stops right there? No, no, no. He has, of course, to go after Khwanazi, whom he calls modern day Batman, okay? A criminal. And people need to stop worshiping him, because he's not Batman. He's not a knight in shining armor. And he's not the savior of Gotham City. I still can't get over he said that. But let's hear him speak on Khwanazi.
Let's look at Khwanazi. Let's look at him in some detail. Because what happened was, after I vocally spoke out and said, no, Khwanazi needs to be stopped, apart from Atul Trollip and Action SA and others joining the bandwagon of supporting Khwanazi and attacking me, they were blind. They didn't realize that they've actually been fooled. You don't get dressed up in combat gear if you're a divisional commissioner or provincial commissioner. You don't dress up in uniform that you used to wear 10 years earlier when you were in the task force. You don't wear uniform you're not entitled to wear and have all these armed troops with masks on behind you. That's a big display. That was meant to psychologically gain an advantage for the citizens and the people in South Africa that could not see that the emperor is not wearing clothes. In fact, they so led by that bravado and that so-called whistleblowing that he did, that they completely failed to see through the man. The man is nothing more than a criminal. And what he's been doing is usurping the police service for his own ends. His contract is due to run out soon. It'll be very interesting to see what should happen, because in theory, when his contract runs out, he should be put out to grass. Be very interesting to see whether or not he's going to be put out to grass.
So, in summary, Masemola is up to no good, as well as Lieutenant General Khwanazi. He is a criminal and his contract is up for renewal. Now, the question is, will it get renewed or will he get thrown out to the grass? Wow. Paul O'Sullivan is dead serious, okay? Because well, guess what? He can't tell us about writing the letter to the police minister anymore, because guess where the police minister is? At home in their tiny little corner, serving a leave of absence, a special one though. It's so special that he's still getting paid. I'm not sure what other benefits he's still receiving, but at the same time, so Paul O'Sullivan gives this interview with Biz News of South Africa. And it seems to me that he spent that entire interview attacking Masemola and Khwanazi. I would have appreciated hearing some of the evidence that he has with regards to the affairs, with regards to Khwanazi being a criminal. And he also drags in Begicele, okay? But that's going to be in a separate video. Let's also listen in to him talk about the Louis Vuitton bags one more time, because he absolutely brings it up every time. Here we go.
It became apparent then that Khwanazi and Masemola were joined at the hip. And the next time I found them together was when they went on an overseas trip with a police supplier to Germany to look at bulletproof equipment. Now, why would you have to have two lieutenant generals at taxpayer expense, although I'm not sure if the taxpayer paid for it, may have been the police supplier, and off they go to Germany in 2016. And when they come back, they've both got beautiful Louis Vuitton bags gifted to them by that police supplier. The same police supplier is on trial today with the ex-commissioner, acting commissioner Pashlani, for corruption involving hundreds of millions of rand.
So stay tuned to our next video where I break down what Paul O'Sullivan updates us with regards to the BMW Brigadier. You won't believe what is happening with that. So I'm going to end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I absolutely love it when you do. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers, and we can only get there with you in mind. So please consider subscribing. I'd appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'll catch you, of course, on my next upload. Bye.